Okay, so you might be wondering, I thought you said that you wouldn't do the other Halloween movies. I thought you weren't going to review them. I thought about it. Why not? Halloween Ends just came out Friday, and I did enjoy it. I'll talk about that more when I do a ranking. Or maybe I'll rewatch it on Peacock and I'll do a review of it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm going to be reviewing the original Halloween 2. I already reviewed Rob Zombie's Halloween remakes and Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. So I'm going to be reviewing Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5, Curse, H2O, and Revelations, I think. Not Revelations, Resurrection. I'm going to be reviewing those ones. I might review Halloween Ends, or maybe I'll just give you my thoughts on it when I do a ranking of the Halloween series. I don't know what I'll do about that, but right now I'm here to talk about the original Halloween 2, and I've always did enjoy this movie. When I was younger, I loved the original Halloween. I thought that was like one of the greatest horror movies I ever saw at the point. And when it ended, I remember I was like, no, that it can't be over. I want more. And then my stepdad bought me a Halloween 10 film collection of it, which I still own, and I did enjoy it a lot when I was a kid, and I still enjoy this movie. But let's get into my thoughts about that. The score of this movie is awesome. I forgot to talk about the score in Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills. I think those two are easily John Carpenter's best since the original, and the score in this one I think is also pretty good. I shouldn't really say it's different because it's kind of the same thing, but the main theme for this movie is a little tacked. It's on an accordion apparently, and it's pretty good. If I will say that. And Ben Tramer, I think this is like the most mean thing about this series with his death when he gets hit by the police car and gets hit in a van and explodes. That makes no sense if you ask me, but it's pretty funny, and I think everybody knows that's watched the Halloween series knows about that death, and it's pretty funny to me. And the hospital setting, I've always been terrified of hospitals. I only because of like needles, scalpels, and surgeries. Pretty much a lot about hospitals. They just freak me out. I don't like hospitals very much, but I do like the hospital setting of this movie. And there's this kill in this movie I think is easily the best kill of this movie. And where Michael takes this nurse, dumps her head into like this hot tub, brings her out, and dumps her head again. He keeps doing it repeatedly over and over until she's dead, and then like her skin is like tearing, like slowly coming off. It's a very gnarly kill, and I think it's like easily the best kill of this movie, and it's one of my favorite kills of this entire series. Not my favorite, but it is up there. And there is this nurse kill where Michael comes behind her, stabs her with a scalpel, and just lifts her up. The reason that's cool to me because I don't think anyone can do that. Using a scalpel and only using one hand to lift a human being, that just shows that Michael is not human and he can do things that human beings cannot, and that is pretty cool to me. And it's impressive to see how much weights he does. Did he work out in the hospital? I don't know why they would give him weights in Smith's Grove, but I don't know. I don't work at an institute. And Michael's eyes bleeding. That was awesome. I mean it kind of, if you can since we have higher definition and all that, and 4K, you can obviously see that he still has his eyes and the blood is just coming out the mask. I still think that looks pretty cool where Laurie shoots his eyes out and he just does this and all blood comes out and covers them and he's swinging to find Laurie and Dr. Loomis. That's a pretty awesome scene. Now let's have my mixed. The mask of this movie. Now, I know it's the original mask. It's the same mask that they used in the original. But with Dick Warlock being like the who plays Michael Myers in this, his head is I'm pretty sure bigger than Nick Castle's, and apparently the mask shrinked because the person who took care of it, I don't remember her name. Apparently she was a smoker. I don't know who took care of it. I think it was Deborah Hill or the person who plays Nurse Chambers, and she's a smoker, and I guess she smokes in her house. And apparently it was under her bed and all that, and with the smoke, it kind of like killed the mask in a way. And you can see it's decomposed, and apparently someone owns the original mask to this day, and it's pretty messed up. And I mean, I put it in the mix because it looks weird. I mean, you could tell that it wasn't well taken care of, but I also like the fact that it's the original mask, but I'm a little mixed on it. Now it's my negatives. This may be a weird one, but what was with the kid in the razor blade? Didn't need to be in this movie. I guess it was just to show that, just to go to the hospital. That could have been cut out of the movie, and it honestly wouldn't do anything. I don't know why John Carpenter put that into the movie. It made no sense to me. I'm like, what's the point of showing this kid with the razor blade in his mouth? Like, there's no point to it. But I don't know. I guess this show gore, because this movie is pretty gory, but I don't know why that was in there. And this may be controversial. I hate Michael and Laurie being brother and sister. I hate that Empire Strikes Back moment. I just don't like it. Apparently, John Carpenter was kind of forced to do it because, like, they were going to air it on TV and all that, and they needed to add, like, they need to add an extra few minutes to add to 2 hours for the television, but it did not need to be there, and just, it kind of ruins Michael Myers for me. It kind of ruins the mystery of Michael Myers. It ruins why he's killing these people. It kind of ruins why he went after Laurie. That's why I love Halloween 2018, where it just erased all that, and Michael is just killing random people. I like that, where he just targets people at random and doesn't go after one person. That's what makes Michael scary. That's what makes him a slasher. Jason Voorhees, he doesn't go after people because of, like, I don't know, maybe because of his sister. I mean, they did that in Jason Goes to Hell. They don't have a thing where Jason's trying to find his long-lost sister and he's killing all these teenagers. No. Jason kills because he's mad at teenagers. And Michael just kills because he's just pure evil. That's why I like Michael. But in this, they just ruined that because he wants to be like the only person in his family now. And then they show that and they explain all that with the Cult of Thorns things and Halloween 6, which I will talk about. I just did not like that. And there's this cop in this movie where Loomis shoots Michael another, like, 6 times, I think, maybe. And then the cop's like, but he stopped breathing. And then Michael grabs him and cuts his throat. I mean, every horror movie has to have something stupid in horror movies. If you watch every horror movie in existence, there's always stupid characters that do stupid things. But this cop was just stupid to even go near the guy. Like, if I saw a guy who just killed, like, I don't know, 15 people in one night, yeah, I still wouldn't go near him. Even if he was dead, I would still be scared to go near him. But, like I said, every horror movie has a stupid character. But, after all that, I do enjoy this movie. This is a very good movie. I do enjoy rewatching it. If they just took out the Michael and Laurie being brother and sister, I would probably enjoy this series a lot more. This is not one of my favorite horror movie franchises because of that, but I enjoyed this movie for what it is. And I do recommend that you at least stream it. But if you're a hardcore Halloween fan, I would say go out and buy it. For me personally, I would say go out and buy it, but I don't recommend this to everyone. So some people, I would say stream it, but to hardcore Halloween fans or just fans of this series, I would say go out and buy it. But those are just my thoughts on this movie. But what do you guys think of this movie? Do you like this movie? Do you hate this movie? Do you think this is the best sequel of the series? Let me know in the comments and we will talk about it. And what do you guys think of the brother and sister aspect of this series? Because I'm kind of curious to see what other people think. But until my next review, take care.